Special thanks to our homies over on Patreon.
But yeah, but that's what people are doing out here, where they're pulling up with places with people and they're drinking off.
Well, that's because I work.
The worst
job in America.
Why can't I pause it? Why is it not pausing, dude?
I got you. Yeah,
There you go.
So that's good.
You got us back with this, man.
It's crazy.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Listen,
I mean, I've heard people doing stuff like that.
I didn't know it was a thing either.
I didn't know they called it gooming.
I had no idea about any of that.
So is this a thing that only men do, or do women do it too?
I don't know.
It's apparently, it seems like it's a man.
It's kind of disgusting.
Predominantly men.
Yeah, predominantly.
I'm sure there's women that do weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not as freaky.
Right, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
There's some freaky bitches out there.
It's definitely some.
Listen, the amount of like, I don't want to say what
I told you I couldn't work on the women's ward.
How do I?
I couldn't work on the
I don't
women's
know
ward
what to
because
say because I
there
don't know
was a woman.
what
I'm not gonna give her no name. So I'm working overnight, nor the place, so they don't even know where's that. So I'm working overnight. She comes out. I'm on a 1-to-1. So basically, I gotta watch somebody for 2 hours for my 1-to-1 shift. So I'm on the female unit. They sleeping or whatever. So it's pretty simple. Like they just sleeping, whatever. So you're sitting outside the room, but I happen to be sitting outside the room. The chick that likes me sees me. She comes out with her robe on and nothing else underneath, and reveals herself to me.
Wow.
Like,
are they mentally unstable?
Yeah.
Well, that's different.
But she's, but this is the stuff that they do. You know what I'm
But
saying?
it's different. Like, she's in her right mind, so.
She's definitely not. But then she's like writing me letters. She's singing me songs.
But for someone that's in her right mind doing some wild shit like that, that's the whole shit.
She sounded like she's speaking singing an elf song to me.
I'm dead.
Like she's from Lord of the Rings. And you know how my man Orlando Bloom was dealing with the elf chick?
Yeah.
And they were speaking the elf language. She was speaking that to me, bro. She was speaking Lord of the Rings to me, dog. Yeah, told me we had a relationship outside and everything. I was like, nah, we don't, baby. But that's how we go in there. So I couldn't work the women's board.
All right, worst jobs in America?
Working on a site unit.
Probably. But that's the next one we got to
I'll
watch.
say teacher.
Yeah, teachers, yeah.
Yeah,
teachers are definitely.
But this is starting off in like what looks like a hospital.
Yeah. It looks like definitely like a hospital. But that's a lot of fire extinguishers.
Oh, yeah.
So what is that? Definitely a medical setting.
Nate, thank you for the sub.
Laboratory.
Why does that show?
I want to assume those are
Bronx said
what the hell they call those?
the defibrillators?
Yeah, defibrillators.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they look
Or
like.
EKG machines.
But it could be EKG machines.
Yeah, because it looks like it's paper prints out of here.
So,
Clear!
But
so it's a combination of like a mental ward and the old people home
But I'm saying it's a lot of fire
and a
extinguishers.
laboratory.
That's too many fire extinguishers all close to each other.
Bronx said, well, I'm assuming what you were talking about. It has happened to us when we were doing home visits. Females have come to the door with just a robe on.
Yeah,
And sometimes nothing.
Yeah, it's wild out there, man. And that coochie was stinking too.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
It was stinking. Cause you know they don't be washing up in there.
What up,
I
man?
want to tell y'all that the men and the women, they don't be washing up. And
I
want to say something to all of you guards and all of that be sleeping with inmates and patients. Y'all
And
nasty.
nobody's about to see this like that.
Y'all nasty.
You are wild.
Nasty people.
Anyways, we're gonna go to this video. Faces. All right. Why does he call it
Working
faces?
basically babysitters for adults, feeding them, monitoring them, getting physically attacked by them. All for the low pay of $35,000 a year. That's right, for an unlivable wage, you too can deal with the stress of, will I get assaulted today? When I started,
Yeah, see,
I had no idea
we're
what I
not
was getting into.
psycho.
All they asked in the interview process was, are you okay with mandated overtime? In which they might as well have asked,
See?
or are you? Because who is okay with being forced to work?
Mandatory overtime is a bitch.
You need to watch Billy. Be careful, he's off his meds and loves
Imagine working your 8 hours, and in the last hour or last half hour, they call you and be like, yo, you're mandated.
No, thank you.
I need to set up my keys for this level.
And if you walk it, you get in trouble. Just expect it right up when you get it.
Must say, y'all can barely see.
Huh?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, do I need to like?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
There we go.
But
Alright.
yeah,
Y'all ready?
Working the psych wards is crazy.
All right, let's go.
Dumped on the sex offenders unit and told to take roll call. Imagine all of a sudden being surrounded by 30 psychotic predators and having to talk to every single one of them.
Yup.
Not only that, but as I'm asking for people's names, all I'm doing is making enemies. Because 90% of psych patients are lazy, drugged up idiots who spend most of the day sleeping. And my white ass is just tapping them on the shoulder like, hey, what's your name? Go fuck yourself. Okay, I don't see yourself here. Is it Jerry? Is that your name? But that fear eventually subsides.
And see, but being sarcastic like that is a problem though. When they feel in they bag like that, and you be like, I don't see yourself on here, and then yeah, like you asking for it, like you really are. Like we had this dude that wanted to be called a woman name, and if we didn't call him by that woman's name, it was a problem. So you know, it get real in there.
There's a lot of that though. That's almost normal.
I mean, it's normal now.
It's almost normal.
With the, you know,
Yeah.
how you address anything, yeah, but yeah.
You'll remember to be anxious next time a food trace on your face. It's what you get for opening up their package of bread, sprinkling in rat poison, and putting the wrapper back on, thinking I wouldn't notice. So what's the training like to handle an aggressive patient? Oh, I'm glad you asked. You see, I'm not allowed to hit, tackle, or even bear hug him. No,
Nope.
that's too cruel. All I'm allowed to do is redirect. So if the
Yep.
patient's coming at me with a hammer, all I can do is redirect him away.
Or
It's not
offer 'em
ridiculous.
cookies and
It
juice.
is. You think pressing the juke button is going to make a person forget what they were doing? Where did this hammer come from? And what part of this do you get the weapon away from the patient? Is Billy now on construction duty? Oh, feels good. See, what happened was, a few years back, people used to beat the heck out of patients. So they changed the laws in order to protect them. Problem is, they overcorrected, and now patients have too many rights.
Yep.
For example, let's say a patient punches you in the face and breaks your jaw. You know what happens to them? Nothing!
No.
No jail, no prison, no
Nothing.
hits to car batteries.
Well, I can understand because they're not in their right mind though.
You cannot press charges.
Oh my God.
There's nowhere to convict you with evidence, and psych wards refuse to provide any in fear of violating HIPAA. You think your pinata face would be enough proof, but sadly, it isn't. I learned this the hard way when a patient named Tommy chomped down on my arm. You might be thinking, oh well, maybe he was psychotic.
It's almost the same way here.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
No,
Tommy is basically
Brock said,
all day, every day, he spent trying to instigate people. He'll harass, stalk, and pet staff members, all with the biggest smile on his
Hold
face.
on.
Anyway, one day.
Brock said here in New York, it can be you can get in serious trouble if you call someone out of their pronouns. It can be considered a hate crime, and it's almost the same down here. I don't think they have made it that big of a deal yet, but it's on that way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, not with the current regime that we have. Yeah.
Starts bothering another patient named Rick, and Rick is not the person you want to with. Rick has a long history of violence and has been arrested 37 times. 37? I thought after 20 they'd just say, look, you had your chance. Not only that, but Rick's fists don't discriminate. He's assaulted police, COs, nurses. I don't think my pacing
Yeah, there's a bunch of those right there.
Tommy and Rick, but Tommy just keeps coming back. Eventually I get fed up and I was like, look, Tommy, I'm not going to tell you again. Either go to your room or I'm going to call the doctor to give you an injection. Tommy responds appropriately by spitting in my face.
Hold on. I couldn't do it.
Pause it real quick. I got some stories, right?
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
So we're in there dealing with a guy, right? Who's totally like off it, right? I'm in there with him. We tussling. I'm not gonna really say what I was doing, so whatever. We was tussling. Long story short, he breaks out the room. He runs down the hall. I'm like, yo, grab him. My coworker, she grabs him, right? Now we get him against the wall. It's three of us. And I'm to his left. She's standing directly in the middle, in front. He goes,
Oh my God.
I move. He spit dead in her face.
Hell no.
I felt so bad because for real, he shouldn't spit in my face.
Nope.
He shouldn't spit in my face, but he spit in her face. I felt so bad.
I would have let him go, and y'all would have had to deal with that shit on your own.
No, she did let him go. Yeah.
Oh, you would have to deal with
Yeah.
all of that on your own.
Oh, yeah, we did. Oh, no, we did.
I would have quit that day. There was no way I'm going to no.
No, she just went out. She just went out.
Nah. Quitting.
Quitting.
I'm quitting.
No, listen, now we've had people quit off of that stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, he lost.
Look, Bronx, most likely there's like a camera or something in there
I'm
watching.
telling you, genuinely, I really felt bad. I was like,
couldn't do it.
that was for me. That was meant for me, and I should have got that John. Not that I wanted it.
Right.
I felt bad that she got
instead.
Yeah, like that wasn't
the only
cool.
way that I'd ever come back to work there is if they gave me a face mask to work with at all times.
Oh yeah, you be allowed to work with a face mask.
Yeah, otherwise, That just reminds me of the stories from like the people who work at Guantanamo Bay.
Okay.
Like the prisoners there.
Oh.
The prisoners there will take a water bottle, fill it up with bodily fluids,
Yeah.
and hold that bottle for it to ferment for days, months, however long.
Can you imagine the breakdown?
Listen. And then when you go to give them their food through the hole at the bottom of the door, they throw said bottle with the cap off at the hole so that it hits the ground and all of that fermented splashes up on you.
Yeah. Yeah, nah.
You know what my friends told me that shit? I was like, ain't no damn way you gonna catch me working at Guantanamo.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that door was open. That door was open.
Oh,
I guarantee
I'm gonna
you.
get your food.
No, listen. I guarantee you they opened that door.
No. They don't do nothing to the prisoners. They quarantine the person who just got. Listen. They quarantine the person who just got bombed.
Hey, listen, y'all just gonna have to fire me for, you know what I'm saying, patient abuse or prisoner abuse. Cause I'm sorry, like, nah, yo. Like, nah. Nah, man. I'm definitely, you getting the beats by Dre. I'm sorry.
Exactly, Bronx. Like, no. And then they don't care because they know nothing is gonna happen to them.
I mean, yeah.
That's
No,
disgusting.
listen, that's true. That definitely happens a lot. Like, I've definitely seen a lot of things because people feel like they
Yeah, I done took over Civil Street.
got nothing to lose in there. So, yeah, they feel like they can do whatever to you. Because they also understand now in today's time, they understand how protected they are. Because like the guy, in the beginning of the video, he said how they have more rights than a normal person. They have more rights than the workers, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. So imagine a poop thrower. Because we've had those.
No.
They be throwing poop.
No.
So you mean to tell me
They're like wild animals.
how do you stop somebody from throwing poop at you?
You know.
I'm not about to work there no more. Like, the first instance of any kind of bodily fluid out of their mouth, out of their... No.
All right, so listen.
I'm not working there no more. If somebody's sweating too much and they put their sweat on me, I'm not working there no more. I'm not doing it. If they put their feet on me and it's their barefoot, I'm not working there no more. It's like, no.
All right, I'm going to tell you something. I was working overnight. I'm the lead on the shift.
In Guantanamo, depending on who the person is, in Guantanamo Bay, they cannot put their hands on them because it'll be considered a political conflict.
Because if they're holding them at Guantanamo, like, they big time.
Exactly.
They not holding
now,
them.
they probably do a whole bunch of crazy behind stuff too, set prisoners and whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely.
But for that, no.
Absolutely.
Just quarantine the person that it happened to.
But we all know that Guantanamo Bay was under investigation for abuse back in not too long ago. So there was a lot of stuff going down. But no, listen, we had one, man. I woke up. Somebody woke me up. I was asleep during our shift. Whatever. We sleep overnight. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. They wake me up. They like, yo, look at this. I'm like, all right. They're like, come back here to the bathroom. All right, cool. I'm walking back there. I see my man, one of my coworkers. I'm not gonna say his name. He got the look on his face like we lost our job.
Nah.
He got the look on his face like we fired today, bro. So I'm like, what's wrong? All right, bye.
Got my number, fill out the thing if you wanted to. Good seeing you too. I never got to see. Nice to meet you. I never got to see the women pictures.
Send me, ask Brian for my phone number.
Okay.
So yeah, we working overnight. One of my partners come wake me up. As I'm walking down the hallway to the bathroom, my other coworker, he got the look on his face like we lost our jobs. I'm like, damn, why he so scared? Whatever, he don't say nothing. I walk back there, I see my coworker and a patient covered in feces.
No.
Ooh.
My coworker's in a white beater. He ain't even got his uniform fully on. He in a white beater.
No.
Covered in feces. Him and the patient.
Listen.
And I mean, when I tell you it was nothing but brown and red in the bathroom.
Listen, I'm the type. Okay, listen. I don't deal with human bodily fluids at all. Like, it's amazing that I don't have kids. It is bonkers that I have as many children hang out with me. I feel bad telling this story, but I'm gonna tell it anyway. It's my nephew. He is 3. He crapped himself one day. And the big kid's like, oh, Crystal, he has poop on his butt. And I was like, okay. So I go over and I get this kid. And I'm like, all right. Look, little boy, I'm not about to wash your body down. I made this kid, 3 years old, I made him stand in the shower with his hands like this and his feet spread. Oh. And I took the shower nozzle and I sprayed him off until the poop was off his body.
I've done the same thing. Listen, I've done the same thing with my kids. Because sometimes kids, they poop up their back.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
They poop in the back and they poop up their back.
I'm giving the child away.
You know, as a dad, it's like, you know what? That's too much for me.
My friends asked me,
like, the same thing you did. Put him in the shower.
Nah. My friends asked me what's gonna happen if I ever have a kid, like, and how I'm gonna. I said somebody gonna have to be here because I'm not doing it myself.
You not? You got to.
No.
Mom.
Listen. If that thing have explosive diarrhea, it's
That's part of being a parent.
No. I can't do it. I'm calling my mama. I'm calling somebody. A friend is coming to the house to take care of my child.
To better rephrase that, that's a job for mom.
No. You can call me daddy at that time. I cannot. I cannot. Listen, when I tell you I will call my mother, I will call my best friends, I will call somebody, I will get my neighbor to come rinse the
But the good thing about that though, you did not waste baby wipes. Because this is what I'm gonna tell you.
I wasn't touching it.
See, but okay, understandable. Understandable, but still, when they poop up their back, you know how much baby wipes you gotta use? So it's actually easier to throw them in the tub and wash it off.
Yeah.
I'm not, look. I'm holding it at arm's length.
Yeah.
And I'm calling it because I don't know which gender it's gonna be, but it's at arm's length. And it's okay. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. My friend's like, you're gonna be okay. I'm like, baby drooling on me. What? If the baby starts to drool, I'm like, get it away from me. Or it depends on how close I am to the child. Listen, I'm so serious. It depends on how close I am to the child. Because then I make I'm terrible. I would take the child's own arm or something and I wipe the drool off and then take the shirt to wipe it off. I'm so terrible. I'm so serious. No, I cannot do it. Listen.
You're in like 6 months, that'll be Catholic pride.
Look, Bronx, I can't listen. I can't be a thug.
So you like what's her name off of A Different World?
I don't know.
There was a chick on A Different World and she was she would get weirded out, freaked out of the sight of blood.
No, it's not that bad. I can look at it. But for me to like clean it and touch it, like my mom works for hospice people, right? Okay. So she has to do the diapers and the gauzes and all that. I can't. Like, I can change a diaper, right? I can change a poopy diaper. Okay. One swipe, cool. Baby wipe, cool. Clean. All done. But if it's every fucking wear, I can't do it.
It's a whole new level.
You mean like everybody like diaper up their back on their clothes?
If it gets on me, I'm not picking the child up. Like if it
it's gonna definitely get on you. It's definitely gonna get on you. If they pull up their back, it's getting on you.
I couldn't do it. Yeah. My nephew, a different kid. It was my first time coming home. He was little. I had him sitting on my chest. We were cool. I had a long sleeve shirt on. It was all the way up to here, so the drool got on my shirt, but I wasn't like freaking out. I picked him up, I turned him around and holding on to him like this, and the next thing you know, I thought he farted, and he did not fart. I lifted that child up like this, and I started screaming for his mom to come get him. because there was poop on my shirt, and I couldn't take my shirt off because there was poop on it.
He done fudged
Listen, it was green, okay?
Oh.
It was disgusting. I literally just held the kid up in the air, and I'm like, please, get your child. She's on the ground, dying, laughing at me. I'm like, look, if you don't get your child, your kid is going on the floor.
Right.
Like, So I tell you, if it's anything outside of the diaper area, somebody else got to deal with it.
Yeah, no bueno.
I can't do it. If it's up the back and around the body, and like, you know how y'all see them people do maternity shoots with the newborns, and the dad holding the baby butt, and the baby just shits on them. I would lose my mind. I don't know how them guys can be so comfortable and calm and like holding on to. I don't care how precious it is. I'm losing my mind.
Yeah.
Like, get it. Get it. Like, you don't even have a name right now. Get this thing off me. Like, that's I can't. No. Listen. You gonna take care of everything because I can't deal with it. No. I'm the wrong person for the job. No.
Like I wanted to, I decided to play by the rules and redirect him to the medication room. Problem was, once we got there, Tommy was free to drag me to the ground. And now it's a UFC match. Instinctively, I go for an armbar. Tommy counters with a chomp to the forearm. Immediately, I hit him in the throat. He lets go, but not before taking a nice little chunk out of me. Eventually, I go to the hospital, where a thick nurse asks, what happened? Well, the hungry patient decided to have a little nibble. Maybe you should have fed him more. Or maybe I'm just a tasty treat. That's when I got a call from my supervisor telling me Tommy is HIV positive.
Oh my God.
Yeah, not only do I get stitches, but I also get that fear rattling around my brain noodle. Oh, but at least I get a few days off from work. Sure, but it's my own time. That's right, when you get injured, the hospital doesn't give you days off. So I had to use my own vacation time. Some people vacate in Hawaii while I sit home.
Oh no, you can put on
later and talk to
medical, baby.
Now, right.
See,
Always.
even with an injury requiring stitches, there was nothing he could do. So what do you think Tommy did once he found out there were no consequences? Did he guess to level up his troll game? Yeah, turns out getting an a-hole get-out-of-jail-free card is like giving Drake a preteen.
I don't know.
And this is just one of the many times I was
I'm Sarah, but they're also taking shots.
And then that's one down.
Well, two down.
That's two down. Y'all got me.
Paranoid and freakishly strong. He barely even worked out either. He was just built like a gorilla. And that's not even racing. If anything, I was the slave in our relationship. Fetch me some water, boy. Yes, sir. Brought over, sir. But even with walking on eggshells, Tyrone can still get furious. He's paranoid! If you just glanced at this dude wrong, he'd think you're plotting against him. Luckily, most of the staff was handled to him, which was just ignored. Engaging with someone paranoid only fuels their delusion. So the simple strat is to just ignore. However, one staff member named Jamal apparently didn't get the memo and starts arguing with Tyrone. I'm trying to separate him when Jamal says, stop talking about something and do it. Now my anxiety is skyrocketing. Because if Tyrone starts swinging at Jamal, I'm the best option to get him off, and I'm not a good option. Be like a preteen trying to wrestle Drake. You're so cute. So I'm begging Jamal, come on, man.
Oh my God.
Worth it. But he just has to run his mouth again and say, I knew you were soft. And just like that, it's boss battle time. Tyrone grabs Jamal by the neck and just tosses him across the room. Like he's playing frisbee with an infant, causing him to fly through the air before landing hard on the concrete. Then Tyrone starts charging towards Jamal, and out of pure desperation, I yell, Chipotle! Tyrone hesitates. Chipotle, Tyrone! I'll go out right now and get you Chipotle if you leave Jamal alone. Panting, Tyrone goes, burrito. I'm like, yep, I'll get you a burrito right now, but you gotta chill, okay? Go to your room and I'll bring it to you. At this point, I can see the gears turning in his head, so with my heart pounding, I looked right at Tyrone and said, chicken burrito. Tyrone looks at me, nods,
Dead.
back to his room. Staff quickly rush over.
I swear this guy is like racist and whatchamacallit at the same time. Like, he just has no filter.
Sound of... Turns out he suffered a sprain.
Will might end up coming back from that shit.
Wrist and fractured hip. Yeah, all from one frisbee toss. He used to say he never came back to work, which was probably for the best.
I ain't taking shots.
Of instigating the zoo animals. So whatever happened to Tyrone? Well, I got good news. He was charged and later sentenced to 5 years in prison. I'm kidding. There were no consequences. If anything, Tyrone's bad behavior was rewarded with Chipotle. That's because psych wards aren't fair. There's nothing fair about getting anxiety, being nibbled on, or thrown across the room when you're just trying to pick up a paycheck. So anybody out there thinking about working in a psych center, don't.
How long is this video? And is it all about psych work? Oh my God, it is.
Appeal to someone's mind and try appealing to their stomach. How did you get HIV? The same way as everybody else. a hungry man. Think of psych wards like the Middle East, where the patient's are the man and you're the woman. What's the worst?
Oh my God.
There's a coal miner, Uber driver, and I worked as a Mahada for 3 years, and I don't want to say it was hell. There's a lot of cool people in hell.
I swear, this guy like has no filter.
Cool in the psych ward. Interesting, sure, but no one I'd take a helicopter ride with.
Like, who thinks of these types of...
Society
Who thinks of this shit? Who thinks of this shit?
We're all thinking the same question.
No,
How dumb can a person be before tapping is illegal? We gotta draw a line somewhere. Can't just get out low fives to every quarantine girl. So how dumb is too dumb? What if she thinks the earth is flat, or crystals have healing powers, or condoms feel just as good as raw dog? At what point does her ignorance become a red flag instead of a green light? I asked this because there was a patient at the psych center named Stacy who was aesthetically banging, but mentally a pop-tart. Now, I didn't have the desire to pet her untrimmed kitty.
I missed the phone call.
Staff would repeatedly catch
I
her
don't know
laying
if it's
up
bad.
in my mouth game, which was such a nightmare. Because patients porking will get you in trouble, but patients assaulting will get you fired. And whatever the IQ threshold for consent is, Stacy was right on the border. Sure, she can answer basic questions, but her brain came with a built-in buffer, like trying to play Elden Ring on a Chromebook. Anyway, the good news is Stacy was eventually transferred to an all-female unit, where it was clear no one wanted to taste her seafood. I didn't hear no. Positive? You
I cannot stand B for having me watch this stupid behind fucking video. Hey, that's all I gotta say. Why does he watch? Why is this the shit that is amusing to him? Like, please tell me, why is this the shit that is amusing to our friend son? It's not fucking funny. It's nefarious. I don't know what else to say, but it's nefarious. He's out there talking about somebody want to take a shower with us.